Hello and welcome back to SoulSet. Yeah, I think we're about to drink the potion that Marco made and we chose Yvonne as our partner. Not quite sure what to expect from here on out, but we'll find out. Is this the room we're staying in? I'm not about to complain. Me neither. It's so cozy in here. Rooms aside, what are your thoughts on this whole potion thing, Yvonne? Mr. Marco does seem to mean well, doesn't he? I think he really just wants to help us out. That's a bit of a careless approach. You don't trust him then? So, you don't want us to drink the potions? Do you? I would put my faith in Mr. Marco and take the risk, yes. But it's up to you, Miss Mariko. I'll go along with your decision. Interesting. Let's take the risk then, or I'd rather not. Okay, I didn't think we really had a choice. It makes sense, though. Now, the interesting part about that would be how do the others choose? Like, you know, what if we're the only ones who don't drink the potion? That could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage. We never know, but honestly, I was set on drinking the potion, so let's take the risk then. Alright. What's the worst that could happen, right? Do you really want me to answer that question? Well, we'll be fine. I'm positive. You know, saying such things with a straight face might be a tad more convincing. Let's hope this is going to end well. Cheers, Miss Mariko. Yvonne, wait. Didn't Marco tell us to lie down first? Oh, right. He did, didn't he? Silly me. No harm done. I can always... Hey, watch out. Seriously. You should appreciate my reflexes, Yvonne. Now, if you would be so kind to get off of me... Damn, these rugs are dusty. Yvonne? Yeah, she's out. I swear. Girl, just how much do you weigh? Wow, rude. Do you even lift? There, she's on the bed. I suppose I should join her and drink this potion as well. I'm not going to go back on my word and betray her trust, especially when Yvonne took that leap of faith first. Quite literally. No matter how careless I think all of this is. Ugh, this smells horrible. And tastes even worse. Heavens help me. I really hope this is going to be worth it. Miss Mariko. Wakey wakey, Miss Mariko. Yvonne. Good morning. Well, it's still night outside, so I guess it should be good evening, but... Good nothing. God's my head. I feel horrible. I don't feel well either. And yet you're so cheerful. Did you remember anything? Sadly, I didn't. Me neither, so... How unfortunate. I was hoping we could remember something. Especially when... Perhaps the potions didn't work? I really don't know, but what were you going to say? Please finish your sentence, damn it. Well, we can worry about that later. Let's go see how everyone else is doing. And did they even drink the potion? Like, especially Apri was so cautious of everything. Would he even drink? By the way, I'm recording this before I put out the first episode, so I couldn't get any feedback on whether I pronounced the name right or not yet. I did do a quick search on Apri's. Nothing was really definitive. It ranged from like the French Apri to Apris. No idea. Give me pointers if you know, but yeah. It seems nobody's here yet. Are we the first to wake up? It seems so. Or maybe everyone already went somewhere else? I'll go check if Apris and Shira aren't still out in the courtyard by any chance. Oh dear. I hope they're not. It was really cold outside. But alright, I'll go check if anyone's in the library then. I see, my hunch was right. Yo, I'm hoping your pair-up turned out better than mine did. Is it that bad? That guy is like a rock. I'm unable to engage in a normal conversation with him. He refused to drink the potions, and hey, that's something we both agreed on at least. Thought so. But anything more than that, he's been mostly staring off into space this whole time. Didn't you think about coming back inside? It's cold out here. I did go back, but then I got bored, so here I am again. Besides, the cold doesn't bother me as much. I believe I have more layers on than any of you. That's true. Miss Mariko? What is it? I found something in the library. It was lying on the table. There's a soul stone hidden somewhere in this mansion. It's your key to getting out of here. Find it. FF. What the hell is that? There's something written on it. Yep, we read that. These initials. Could it be? Feather, or who are you thinking of? We should let everyone else see this, shouldn't we? Let's wait for Shara and Marco to wake up. Hey, a priest, get over here. You found this here? Yes, it says something about a soul stone. Who wrote this? Okay, first things first. Everybody calm the hell down. Let us go over the facts. Someone had to write this note and place it here. meaning that it must have been somebody from our little group of 6. Either that, or there's someone else in this mansion, whose presence we're not aware of. Until proven otherwise, we're going to stick to the we're alone theory. Yvonne was the one to find this note here on her own, yeah? That automatically makes her the main suspect. She could have written it herself, claiming that she's found it. However, I'd like to point out that anyone could have done it. Weren't we all in pairs this whole time, though? Shira's right. Of course I am. Just take a moment to think about it. Apries and I didn't drink the potions and stayed out in the courtyard. But I did leave for a moment. I went upstairs to check our bedroom and then came back shortly after. I think it barely took a minute or two, but that still leaves both Apries and me with enough time to visit the library without anybody noticing. I didn't go anywhere. Yeah, we can take your word for it, but that's not actual proof, you know. Marco and we didn't drink the potions either. Wow. Wow. What? I would have expected at least Marco to go through with it when he went through the trouble of making the potions. Now I feel betrayed. Thank you very much. Wait, you didn't? I wasn't about to force her into it. Okay, well, that's fair. We stayed in our bedroom the whole time and didn't split up for even a second. What Shur said. Okay. So you wanted to pair up with Marco, but you didn't want to drink the potions with him? Yes. How is that weird? Considering he's the one who came up with the whole plan, you knew he was first in line to execute it, so yes, I do think that's a little weird. Yep, I'm with Shira here. See, go ahead and tell her how you're being a nuisance to me on purpose. Oh, what gave it away? Ooh. Oh boy, is that what's happening here? Just trust women to hold some weird grudges against you. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Can we just drop this? Well, I couldn't have written the note either. Yvonne was with me this whole time, right up until we split up in the hall and I went out to the courtyard to check up on you. Didn't you two drink the potions, though? We did. Neither Yvonne or I managed to remember anything, though. Meaning that drinking these awful-smelling potions got you nowhere? Failed plan, dude. Such an observation. Thank you kindly for rubbing that into my face. Either way, you claim that you were asleep the whole time, but how can either you or Yvonne be sure of that when you've been asleep? If you were out cold, then you don't know if the other person has been asleep the whole time as well, no matter what they claim. There's also the possibility that the culprit isn't a single person. For all we know, it might have been a pair working together. And that makes just about everyone suspicious. Holy shit, what if I'm the only one who doesn't know what's actually going on here? Are all of you guys faking your amnesia and laughing behind my back? Paranoid much? But whoever wrote this note is trying to help us, right? Shouldn't we be thankful for that? Yeah, this is something I don't get. Unless it's some kind of trap. Either way, it's a clear sign that at least one person in this room knows more than they actually let on. I don't know if that's true. Like, it's a possibility. Like, everything Shira has said is true. It could have been anyone. But why? That's the thing. We don't know enough about each other to really make a guess here. If you ask me, Yvonne's the most suspicious one. Me? You were the first at the scene of the crime. And your whole innocent act is shady as hell. Act? Don't you think referring to a piece of paper as a crime is pushing it a bit? You know what I mean. Just so it's out there? I feel like I should know what a soul stone is, or does, but it's on the tip of my mind. Oh? I'll let you know if I remember anything. That's not helpful at all. I have another question. Does anybody have an idea what the initials FF might mean? Rounds of silence? Yep. Feather Félanger is just screaming at the top of my mind. But I feel like pointing that out will make me only more suspicious in everyone's eyes. I'll keep that to myself, at least for the time being. The only thing that comes to my mind should be censored, so I won't even say it out loud. Is the court dismissed for the time being then? What do we want to do next? Are we going to search for this soul stone? We don't even know what it looks like or how big it's supposed to be. Where do we even start? This mysterious stranger should have given us some kind of clue at least. Well, we need to start somewhere. Should we stick in pairs just like we did up until now? That sounds like the most reasonable thing to do. Yep, agreed. Miss Mariko, you believe me, don't you? That I didn't write that note? You know what, I believe her for now. Again, like, the thing that Shira said about the innocent act is still a possibility. I'm not ruling it out, but for now, I believe her. I believe you, Yvonne. Don't worry, I'm not suspicious of you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Of course, I never suspected you of being the one behind it either. And even if you were, whoever wrote that note clearly wants to help us, so I don't see how it's a bad thing. The problem isn't with the note itself. It's about who's lying about not remembering anything. So, if they are hiding the fact but want to help us despite that, it's still bad? That's an interesting thing to point out. Well, the thing is, yeah, just writing the note in itself is not a bad thing, but having a hidden agenda probably, well, could be. Doesn't have to be, but could be. And also if someone is just playing games with us, someone being behind all this, like, that's bad enough in itself, just keeping us here, so yeah. Should we look for that soul stone in the library? I suppose we might as well. Let me guess. A priest wants to go back to the courtyard. I'm sorry if you heard anything in the background right now. I don't know what's going on outside. Yes. Well, I'm staying inside this time. I'm going back to the basement. To me, it seems like the first logical place to search in. You think? You can stay with Shira for all I care. I've had enough of your whining. Ouch, but kind of fair. Okay, Shira, being me. Ouch. Do you want to talk about it? Not really. But I wouldn't mind some less annoying company if you'll have me. So, a soul stone should probably look like a stone, right? I believe so. I do hope it's not hidden somewhere in a fake book or something. Finding the right one would take ages, with the amounts of books this place has. I don't know why, but whenever I think about a soul stone, I have this image of a piece of amber stuck inside of my head. A piece of amber. Yes, only with a lot more colors than normal amber has. Like a rainbow inside of a glass bottle. That's a weird way of describing it. But I suppose I can somewhat picture what you have in mind. Are you guys talking about rainbows? Should I ask? Either way, come over to the hall. I managed to find something. Already? Okay. Everybody, take a look at this wall. There's actually a hidden passage behind it. A hidden passage. We've never noticed it till now because it's warded with an illusion spell. Observe. Shira just went through the wall. Oh, okay. You're right. We can just walk through it, just like that. There's a short corridor here. There's just one problem with it. It doesn't look like the door will budge. It's pretty solid and has a padlock on it. So we might have a hard time breaking through. Unless our friendly giant Apries can surprise us. Those nicknames of yours are just annoying. Wait, a padlock? Yeah, and I sure as hell didn't see any keys laying around anywhere. Did any of you? I could try opening it. Oh? I'll just need some kind of wire, a strong one preferably. Something like a hairpin would do. Do any of us have a hairpin on them? Damn, I knew I should have left the ribbons at home. Wherever home is, anyway. Anyone carrying sharp, dangerous objects on their person, confess. Yvonne. Huh? Come on, you need to have something. Why would I? I don't have any hairpins, I think. Lame. Marco. I bet there are some knives in those pouches of yours. Yes, Shira, 1,000 of them, in fact. All sharp and pointy, ready for backstabbing. Seriously though, what are you carrying in those? Wouldn't you like to know? Tease. Apries. You're being annoying. Just shut up. Uh-huh, you're hiding something. Admit it. Move aside. It's no use. Damn. I suppose it's time to split up and look for a wire instead of a stone. Wait. The claw ring is made out of some kind of metal and it's pretty pointy at the end. Would it work? It might be too thick regardless, but I could give it a try. It's not as though I'd care if you broke it. Let me just... Huh. What's wrong? I can't seem to get it off. Really? Is it stuck? Miss Mariko, would you mind if I took a look at it? Be my guest. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be infused with some kind of spell. I can feel an odd aura emanating from it. You're able to tell such a thing? That means you're not? Perhaps I'm simply more sensitive to such things? When I close my eyes and concentrate... What's wrong? It's nothing. I thought I felt something, but it's gone now. What are you blabbering about, child? Oh no, the cat is back. Maybe it was simply Lord Mutic's aura that I felt? Hey cat, maybe you could lend us a claw and open this damn door. Surely you jest. I'm not even talking to the likes of you. Well, you just did. And hey, what is that supposed to mean? Did you know that in another dimension, people who just like you walk around the streets, staring into shiny tiles, catching imaginary monsters? Your door here is simply boring. What? Could we get back to the issue at hand? We're wasting our time here. I agree with the priest for a change. And you know, Mariko, if you can't take that thing off and there's a spell cast on it, it probably needs to be there for a reason. Don't force it off until you can remember what that reason might be. I was about to say the same thing. While we're at it, I've been kind of wondering, how sharp is that claw of yours? You could probably kill somebody with that thing. Don't worry, I won't slit anyone's throat if I don't have to, though I could poke an eye out. I mean, anything can be a weapon, if the intent is there. That was supposed to be a joke. This thing isn't even that sharp. Well, since we're out of options, for now, let's go search for a wire. Wait. What is it? You know, technically, I should have some metal wires inside of my corset. Well, boning. But is it wires? Oh well. Depends on how it was made. I might be willing to sacrifice one for the greater good. So you've been accusing everyone of having sharp objects on themselves while you had some yourself. This makes you a hypocrite. Hey, piss off. This was a last resort option. Like hell I drew in my outfit without a second thought. Besides, it's just a wire. It's a piece of clothing. Who in their right mind would plan to murder anyone with that? Well, sorry, I always have to think back. Was it like one of those first Detective Conan episodes where there was a murder with the wire from a bra? Again, everything can be a weapon. Even a sock can kill. Well, I didn't think of that, but sure. You're not helping. What am I saying? You never are. I mean, you tried. We appreciate your sacrifice, Shira. I can try pulling one out from the back. We just need something sharp to make a hole in the material. My claw could be sharp enough to do that. Oh boy, just don't stab me while you're at it. I might still need to sharpen it a little, but I think I should be able to work with this. Just give me a moment. Is now a good time to make some bets? What kind of bets? Whether we'll be stuck in this corridor for the next couple of hours or... Oh. Well, that was fast. Oh sure, my heroic sacrifice didn't go to waste. Now I know the fashion gods will forgive me. So, you're good at lockpicking. How many houses did you rob? I mean, kind of valid question, but lockpicking can also be a general skill. Whoa, there's a kitchen in here. Sweet. You guys think anything in here might be edible? Look, more doors. Pretty. Oh boy, as if the front yard wasn't creepy enough. I already know this is going to become someone's new favorite place. There's a bridge here. And another building further out. It looks like some kind of mausoleum. Please tell me it's not a mausoleum. Oh, I thought maybe greenhouse, but okay. God's nice. Someone went all out on this. The water is warm. Perhaps these baths were built on an underground spring. Sweet. I'm calling dibs. I vote for eating something first. I second that. And this is some kind of aisle? Those stone benches don't look very comfortable, do they? No, but it's pretty. You can put some cushions on there and... yeah. The other end of the barrier is also visible here. Boy, this place is creepy. It kinda gives me the heebie-jeebies. Why'd you stop? Yvonne, is something wrong? Don't you guys smell that? Smell what? The plants? The moldy ground? I don't smell anything out of the ordinary either. Maybe it's just my imagination then. What do you smell? I can't quite put it into words. It's a really foul kind of smell. Yep, that must be the mold. I suppose. Come on, let's blow this joint and storm the kitchen. I don't know. I still trust Yvonne, especially because she can sense stuff, she can smell stuff. Like, she also isn't hiding it, really. She hides something, I'm sure of that, but I think we all do. I mean, even ourselves. So, yeah, I don't know. There's something indeed. Surprisingly, there's actually a fair amount of food stuffed into these shelves. That's almost too good to be true. Let's hope it isn't all over 100 years old. If you think that's a lot, take a look at this. There's some kind of cold storage in here. I believe the whole room has been infused with elemental magic. Interesting. I mean, cold rooms existed long ago, so I thought it'd be something like that, but sure, magic works. Way too good to be true. Is that meat I see? There are a lot of other things in here too. Is there also fish by any chance? How about some veggies? Just look around and take your pick. Apries, is there anything you'd like to eat? Okay, for a moment I thought he was gone. You've been staring at that stove for a while. I can do the cooking, if you'll let me. You, the cooking? It feels familiar. Did someone just confess to being a chef? This is way too good to be true, I tell you. Just let me know what you'd like to eat and I'll see what I can do. Hey, do you see that? It's the first time he smiled, isn't it? And the spell is broken. I'll try anything as long as it's good. I'll let you surprise me. What about you? Me? Okay, something with meat sounds good. In general, yes. I'm... like, we want to be cautious here, so my first thought was, what kind of meat is it? Not that they necessarily will go that route, but who knows. Something with fish sounds good. Not my personal taste. I only like very specific fish dishes. Veggies sound good. I'd like some cake, please. Or I'll let you surprise me as well. Okay. I mean, I assume this is more of a character choice, so Yvonne wanted the fish. I could go with that if I wanted to keep being on her good side. Let's do a sneaky save just in case, but personally, I mean, oh, the problem is also that it's so singular. Like, I was about to say, yeah, we need our strength, so maybe meat, but also veggies. You can never go wrong with veggies, right? You know, I'll let you surprise me as well. Are you sure? I'm not expecting any refunds. Not accepting any refunds. Why not? Also, it's kind of inconsiderate if everyone chooses something different, you know? We could have also just come together to choose like 1 or 2 dishes we all like. But okay. That smells so nice. I'm impressed. Who would have thought that a guy like you would know his way around the kitchen? You probably call it useful. I call it survival skills. It's something most of you clearly lack. Let this be a lesson to all of us. We shouldn't judge others by their outward appearance. That's true. What does that say about you, Yvonne? About me? Is there something with the way I look? Is there something wrong with the way I look? Well, you seem... Hell, I don't even know how to answer that question. In a good or a bad way? Let's just say that I'd never guess you'd be such a sugarcane from the way you dress. Have to agree with you there. Sugarcane? Wait, is my outfit too revealing for you? You're also wearing a collar. But hey, don't you start feeling self-conscious on me now. I was just making an observation. I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything. Don't let this bother you, Yvonne. I believe Shira's taste in clothes is the odd one among us. All three of you have quite specific outfits. Just saying. Well, thanks. Though I won't argue with that one. I'll just take it as a compliment. Personally, I really like the way you dress. The same goes for Mariko. Not too revealing for you? No, it shows that you're confident with yourself. So what, am I supposed to be insecure now? And hey, I didn't say I don't like the way both of you dress, just so it's clear. That couldn't be more of a misunderstanding. I can appreciate a good-looking figure when I see one. I just didn't expect Yvonne to be such a kind-hearted person when I first saw her. That's all. It's so amusing listening in on girl talk in broad daylight. Don't you think so, Apries? It's clearly dark outside. Well, yeah, I was just... You know what? Forget I said anything. Done. The food is almost ready. Prepare the table, if you would. Like a big, happy family. Hey, sure, pass me the salt, would you? You haven't even touched your meal yet. I like to be prepared for potential disasters. I don't think you have to worry about that. This stuff is great. Oh dear. Mr. Priest, this is so yummy. Oh, it really is good. Well, this is one hell of a surprise, alright. Compliments to the chef. Hope you enjoy then. You didn't poison the food, did you, Apries? Nobody's forcing you to eat it. If you don't trust me, make your own meal. Now I can't help but wonder, where did you learn to cook like this? Maybe I didn't have anyone that could do it for me. I imagine I just took matters into my own hands. Holy shit, this stuff, it's melting in my mouth. Apries, my respect for you has just gone through the roof. Is that how it works? Well, unless the food is poisoned, then we're going to have a different kind of conversation. Why would I want to poison any of you? You tell me. You kind of gave off the impression as if just listening to us annoys you so. If I'm being unpleasant, I apologize. It's not my intention. I haven't been feeling well. I thought he was just a loner and all the noise was, getting on his nerves, which is very fair. What do you mean? Do you have a fever? Does it hurt anywhere? No, it's neither. I'm restless and I have this sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. Well then, maybe your clear lack of sleep is at fault with that. Perhaps. If you need to rest, please tell us. That should apply to all of us. If there's something wrong with anybody, please don't hide it. We won't be able to help if we don't know there's a problem to begin with. While I agree with the thought, I imagine something like that might be a problem. A problem? We're still mostly strangers to one another. Admitting to having some kind of weakness can be a gamble. I'm not even surprised that a priest kept quiet about it all this time. Well, whatever the case may be, I sincerely doubt any of you could be worse off than I am. and nobody used that to their advantage yet, so... Sure, you really are hurt, aren't you? Excuse me? It just occurred to me that none of us actually saw that wound of yours. Well, except Marco, which is shady on its own. Wouldn't it be better to have another girl check up on you? You think I'm lying about being wounded? Hey, easy. It was just a thought, so I wanted to make sure. I assure you that wound is real. Why would Cher lie about it? I don't know. To play the victim? It's easier to trust someone who looks weak and helpless, don't you think? Not a bad thought, but then Cher and Marco would have to be a team in this. Does she look weak and helpless to you? Okay, I'm sorry. Put that fork down. You're really looking too much into everything, Shira. What if Miss Shira is actually a detective in disguise? Or did someone just read too many novels? Hey, it's not my fault I'm getting these kinds of ideas. Blame my brain. Do you fantasize about such things often? Define such things. A great mystery to unravel, nothing is what it seems, contradictions lie at every corner, people deceive just waiting for the right moment to strike. Is that what you wish was happening here? For the record, you saying all that makes it especially creepy. Cut it out. Okay, here's another theory, sleepover party gone wrong, or what if the truth isn't actually that complicated? Both fun, but I kind of also think it might be more straightforward than we think, or maybe that's just me hoping for that. I'm just gonna go with the second one. What if the truth isn't actually that complicated? Maybe nobody is actually lying about anything and everything is exactly what it seems. Crazy, I know. Impossible. I wouldn't believe for a second that Marco doesn't remember anything. Well, I do remember some things, but most of them won't really help us with anything. Things like what? Things like how to conjure up fire, for instance. Here. Okay, handy. Marco just made a flame appear out of nowhere. Wow, you're a human torch. That's pretty cool. And useless. It's not, like... When he said useless things, I thought actually useless, but there can be cases when we could need that. If it's that kind of things that people remember, we should share. We should really share with each other. Just in case we stumble upon any situations where that might come in handy. Still kind of cool though. Well, if the mansion goes up in flames, now we'll know who's behind it. Thank you for the food. It was delicious. You're welcome. So, who's doing the dishes? The one who's asking, I was about to say. Very funny. Not your maid. I wouldn't mind doing them. It's the least I could do for such a wonderful meal. No, Yvonne. Girl, you sit down. Now you're making me feel bad. Come on, I'll help you. You're wounded. You shouldn't be exerting yourself either. I can handle something so small as doing the dishes, thanks. Damn you guys, give me those. Miss Shira can be so cute sometimes. She's just too easy to provoke. Well, while Miss Shira is doing the dishes, would anyone like some tea or coffee?
I'd appreciate some coffee. Likewise.
I'd like some tea, please. And tea for me too, the green kind, if there is any. Got it. What about you, Miss Mariko? Tea, coffee, bring me some beer or I'll pass things. A good cup of tea, sure. Tea sounds good. Coming right up. The drinks will be actually a good addition. There's something I wanted all of us to talk about before we get up and leave. Oh? What do we have for them? Alright, so... Cher was the last person we found in this mansion, so we were all present when a priest carried her upstairs. But I'd like to know which of us woke up first and who did they find and where. Oh.
What's the point of that?
The point is to establish if everyone is telling the truth, Apries. I actually agree. I'd like to know what everyone has to say to that as well. Marco, you found me down in the basement, and you told me there were other people in the mansion, so I couldn't have been your first find.
I believe I was the first conscious person, yes.
Where did you wake up?
In the front yard. I was cold when I woke up. After noticing the barrier, I went inside of the mansion. The first people I stumbled upon were Yvonne and Apries. They were both unconscious in the library.
That's right, Mr. Marco shook me awake. We got to talk for a moment and he told me to try and wake up Mr. Apries. Then he left.
That's when I went down into the basement.
I talked with Mr. Apries about how he couldn't remember anything.
I can confirm that.
I think a couple of minutes passed before Miss Shira walked into the library on her own.
Yep, you two were also the first people I saw. Not long after that, Marco came running back to us. He said that he'd found another person, but they'd passed out on him. That's when you got carried upstairs. After that, Marco left for the basement again, and the priest went to investigate the barrier. Yvonne and I stayed with you in the hall, and you already know the rest since you woke up next to us.
Alright.
I would like to point out that there is one thing in our confessions that puzzles me, though.
Yes?
I also woke up in the front yard.
You did?
And I saw no Marco anywhere, meaning that you had to wake up and leave before I did, right? You never mentioned seeing me there.
Because I didn't.
Are you sure about that? I believe it would be hard to miss a heap of white and pink sprawled on the ground, especially when I woke up laying pretty close to the fountain. I definitely wasn't far away, behind one of those spooky trees. Are you sure you didn't outright ignore me for whatever reasons you might have had? I assure you, I woke up in the front yard all by myself. If you're accusing me of lying, do you have any proof that you're not the one who's lying? Maybe you actually woke up first and ignored me on purpose? These two. Apries may request some popped corn or... Okay, that's enough. You know what? Apries, may I request some popped corn? Popped corn? I keep forgetting that nobody around here can take a bloody joke. Popped corn, that's a mouthful. Popped corn. Popcorn.
The future is here.
Oh no, not the cat.
I smell food. Hand it over. There's the real cat behavior.
At least it distracted them from fighting.
You people, how about we go out into the courtyard and try to retrace our steps? Because this is getting us nowhere. You should spend your energy on something more productive than this.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, back through the whole mansion. Here, I woke up more or less here. I can't tell you the exact spot myself. I was a little out of sorts and I don't remember many details. Suspicious. This is just a thought, but all of us were really disoriented when we first woke up, weren't we? Could it be possible that either Miss Shira or Mr. Marco didn't wake up in the front yard like they think, but in the backyard instead, without even realizing it? Whoa, wait. An interesting observation, Yvonne. However, there might be a contradiction in that theory. The illusion hidden wall or the locked door? Yeah, it's the locked door, clearly. The locked door. Exactly. The hidden wall isn't that much of an issue since it is visible from one side only. The illusion doesn't show a wall from the kitchen side. It looks like a normal corridor from there. Meaning that either Marco or Shira could have passed it without even noticing it. However, the locked door is another issue. Unless the door was initially open. What I'm noticing is that the gate here is open, but I guess if we can't leave beyond that because of that bubble we're in, that doesn't mean anything. In theory, someone might have had a key in their possession and locked the door behind them, right afterwards or even later on. They could have locked the door without a key as well. Also a good observation. You know what she's trying to get at, right? If we were to stick to the theory that there are actually not one, but two culprits, you would be the first suspect on the list.
What?
Don't give me that look. You were the one who managed to open the lock in a few seconds flat. Locking it should have been as much of a breeze for you.
That's silly.
So, following that particular train of thought, you're either in conspiracy with Marco or with me.
And who the hell said she couldn't be in conspiracy with the both of you? Didn't you two stick together when we investigated the mansion at the beginning? I knew something seemed weird about the way you two looked at each other.
What the heck are you on about? Mr. Priest, I believe you might be misinterpreting some signs. If you're talking about the time when he was trying to hit on me, I had no part in it.
I wasn't hitting on you.
Oh, sure you weren't. Do you think I'm deaf and blind?
You're being delusional. Forget I even brought it up.
Shit, did I go too far? You should follow him, Miss Shira.
Yeah, as long as you'll get your mind out of the gutter.
Huh? Don't even deny it. Well, that was...
Yeah, that was. So, that was stupid of me, kinda, you know, and stuff. So what I want to say is, there's blood here. I'm sorry? What? I said there's blood here. Look. Part of it seems to have sunk into the ground, but there's some of it on the grass. Holy shit, no kidding. Blood? Oh dear, did someone get hurt here? Is it fresh? It doesn't seem to be too old. It still smears when I touch it. Ew. Apries, you walked around here a lot, didn't you? And you never noticed it? I'm surprised this guy even did. It's dark out here. The change in color is barely visible. Okay, I kind of see your point. Could it be Cher's blood? Didn't you find me down in the basement, though? Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, would it? Maybe someone simply died here before we even got here. I really hope nobody else is dying somewhere in this mansion while we stand around debating about the weather. Yeah, let's hope that isn't the case. As for earlier, I'm surprised you even worry about such trivial things. Hey, hurting someone's feelings isn't something trivial. Do you really believe something like that could have hurt my feelings? So, we're cool? I'd appreciate if you trusted me a tiny bit more, but I suppose. How am I supposed to trust you when you're the shadiest character out of all of us? It really breaks my heart that you see me that way, Shira. I can see that. You're so heartbroken, you'd make devils cry. Okay. Wait, something just occurred to me. Marco? What is it? Back in the kitchen, you said that you saw the barrier when you woke up. But you didn't get close to it, did you? How did you know that we were trapped in here then? That's the first logical thing to assume, you know. I guess? And I could stick to that excuse, but the truth is, I'm actually familiar with that kind of barrier this is. With what kind of barrier this is. Why didn't you mention that earlier? See what I mean when I say you're shady? You seem to know way too much about things compared to us. It's not like I can do anything about that, can I? I kept quiet about it because I didn't want to worry you. Worry us? I already hate wherever this is going. Yeah, do we have a time limit or something? I'm pretty sure I saw such a barrier at least once in my life before. But from the outside. Go on. From my perspective, the barrier was up for around 10 minutes. From the person inside of it, almost a whole year had passed. A whole year? Wait, that's crazy. You want to tell us that time flows differently in here compared to outside of the bubble? Okay, that's concerning. So, in a sense, the rest of the world waits for us while we're in here? That would certainly explain why it's constantly nighttime.
wait, you're right. How much time have we spent in here by now? The scenery hasn't changed at all. Hey, that's actually kind of cool when you think about it. Imagine wanting to master a spell or a work of art. You could work on it for a whole year in here, but it would only take you a couple of minutes in reality. Other people would die of envy. Don't forget that you'd also leave the barrier being a year older than everyone else, though. Oh, right. So if I stayed here for 50 years, I'd get out all wrinkled and stuff. You wouldn't, actually. We wouldn't. Remember how I said I didn't want to worry you? A person has a limit for how long they can stay inside of a barrier such as this. And while a single person can stay inside it for a whole year, I'm not sure if it works the same way when there are more people inside of it at the same time. Yeah, I was kinda thinking you might say something like this. This is not going to be like some battle royale thing, is it? It might actually be less than that. Less, not more. Imagine every single one of us having a specific mana pool tied to our very being. The barrier uses that mana pool to keep itself sustained. With more people, more energy is needed, so the mana drains faster. And that mana pool, as far as I'm aware, it's impossible to replenish it. Once you've spent your time inside of such a barrier until you've reached your limit, that's it. If you decide to stay or go inside of one of those ever again from that point on, you're in big trouble. Big trouble meaning, well, eventually you start freezing in time yourself. You could say the barrier starts absorbing you instead of your mana pool. You become a part of the barrier and then disappear along with it when it dissolves. Essentially, you die. Oh no. How do we get out? That's the tricky part, because I have no idea. You have no idea? After all you've told us just now? I told you I didn't want to worry you. What was I supposed to say? Hey, I better find a way out here quick, otherwise we're all going to die? Please don't fight. Yes, calm down, you two. You're forgetting that we do have a lead, as shady as that lead is. The Soul Stone. Well, this is great. Now our life depends on a stupid piece of rock. I mean, like, I get it that we're having kind of a time limit changes things, but the situation doesn't change super much. I mean, even before we wanted to get out of here and not stay longer than absolutely necessary, right? How long do we have? Calm down. You said that a single person can stay inside of such a barrier for a year, but that the time can be shortened when there's more. Does that mean 2 people would be able to stay inside of it for only half a year together? I'm not sure if it really works that way, but that would also be my best bet. There are 6 of us here, so even if we were to assume that we have 6 times less time than a single person, that would still make it 2 months. Of course, this is all just a hypothesis, so... Well then, let's hope your hypothesis is right and it's not 2 days instead. Hypothesis? Thank you for telling us all about this, Mr. Marco. Not that it helps much, other than putting our minds even less at ease. But now that we know more about the barrier itself, we can try and direct our research accordingly.
You really like to hang around that library, don't you, Yvonne?
Well, it's just that there are so many books in there, and so much knowledge. It's fascinating to me.
Thank you for being so thoughtful, Yvonne. Yes, thanks for your hard work.
It's nothing.
Going back to the matter at hand, I have a proposition to make. Let's search for that soul stone. If we don't manage to find it in the next hour or two, we should call it a day and try our luck again after getting some decent sleep.
How about we skip the searching part altogether for the time being? Mr. Apries could probably use some rest, and I have the feeling that most of us are pushing ourselves at this point.
I second that. I'm pretty tired by now, and I could really use a bath. I'd like that as well. If that's what you guys want, I won't complain.
Considering we're supposed to have 2 months to look for it, I don't think an hour will make that much of a difference at this point either.
Okay, so not a choice. 2 months. Why do I have the weird feeling that we have way less time to spare than that? Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to the baths. But I think I'm going to leave it here for today. Let me go to the menu. Okay, we're slowly unraveling the mystery. We still haven't learned super much about the others. I really wish we could have, like that moment when Marco told us about the flame thing, I wish we could have gone round and asked everybody, like, okay, everyone, what do you remember? Because maybe it can help us out. But I guess we'll have to wait and discover along the way. But yeah, that's it from me for today. As always, I'd appreciate if you'd let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.